Hey everybody, welcome to the Crafty Crate. My name is Johnny and I'm pulling my Hagrid today because we are going to be making ourselves a map. Now, we are not going to do the Marauders map. We're going to do our own special map. And this is going to be something that you're going to be able to use whether you are like doing a cosplay of Harry Potter or you're doing a treasure hunt, some kind of quest. So it's just gonna be your regular old-fashioned map, but you can do it up however you want. This is how I do it, so I'd like to show you that now.
What I did was just use regular computer paper, and I stained it with a little bit of tea and some soda, believe it or not. Once I let that dry up, using all the tea and the soda and all that, and even using the grain from the tea, it really gives it more of a textured kind of feel to it. But anyways, you let it dry off, and then what I did after it dried was went through with some brown acrylic paint and painted it all up. And the reason why I did that is so it gives it a couple of different color layers, and also it gives it that more authentic kind of map look. If you remember like pirate movies and stuff, everything looks waterlogged and shiny. So after I put the brown paint on, I let it dry a little bit, and then I started painting my little icons and things like that. So you see I have like the mountains and like a tree. I named it the Quest of Doom, drew a little skull. And you can do whatever you want. Now, after I did this, I drew some lines and the X marks the spot. But also what I did here was I took a little red and brown and I mixed it together and made some blood. And I used my finger on those things, on the paper. And that way it gives it kind of like, oh my gosh, somebody has blood on this. And the reason why it was brownish in color is because when blood dries, it actually turns kind of a dark brown. Anyways, after I got done with all that and it dried and everything, I started ripping off the edges because, maps don't have just like straight white clean edges. So you rip everything up and make sure that you get as much as you can, and it doesn't have to be perfect nearly at all. You can make it uneven. In fact, the more uneven, the better. Afterwards, I started setting it on fire. Now, if you're not old enough to play with matches or fire, get an adult, and if you are old enough, be very careful because you're dealing with burning paper. As you can see, I'm outside right now in my shed, so that's why I felt comfortable doing this. Plus, I deal with fire all the time. Anyways, so burn most of the edges up and everything, and they'll crinkle up a little bit. And be sure that you put it out like nearly as soon as possible. It doesn't be like right away, but burn as a little bit at a time, so that way it doesn't get out of hand. Afterwards, you've got your paper done, and what I did was added a little extra effect to it. After I burned all my edges and everything, I took the map and I held it so that way I can do a little burning underneath on the bottom, so that way I could put like a little burnt hole in the map itself, and you'll see that here in a second. So you see the map is pretty much done. And now you'll see me burning that little spot in the middle there. So that gives it more kind of like authenticity and stuff like that. Afterwards, what you want to do is, and you actually can do this before. I think it's probably better if you do it before, but roll up the paper a little bit, get it all crinkly and everything, make it look like it's been really used a lot, and then put the hole in it. That would have been a better thing for me to do. But once it's finished, you're all done, and you've got yourself a map. And you can seal this in some like Hodge Podge or any kind of sealant, or you can even use hairspray for a temporary solution. But anyways, I'm Johnny. There's the map. Thanks for watching.